What's up, y'all? It's Derby time again. Ready for another exciting Kentucky Derby. This one I think is going to be more exciting than in the past few years because I'm not quite so sure if the favorite's going to get the win this time. It's going to be very competitive. We're looking at a fast track most likely. It's looking to just be partly cloudy on Saturday. So I'm ready for a great Derby this year. All right, we're going to look at the horses running. 20 horses right now, plus I'm going to go over a couple of other ones that may step in case of a scratch coming into this week. Now, first, Tacitus. Tacitus has got the most points to get into this race. He's not the favorite. Tacitus is going to be ridden by Jose Ortiz. He won the Tampa Bay Derby. He won the Wood Memorial, so he's going to be game for this one. Next, we've got Omaha Beach. Now, Omaha Beach is the current favorite. He had an impressive win in the Arkansas Derby. Mike Smith aboard. He got him home for the win. He also got a win in the Rebel. He was able to put away Improbable, so Mike Smith is back aboard Omaha Beach. He chose Omaha Beach above riding Roadster, who he also rode to victory in the Santa Anita Derby. So next we have Vekoma. Vekoma won the Bluegrass Stakes. Now, wasn't quite expected to get the win there, but they switched over to Javier Castellano. Castellano got home for the win in the Bluegrass after running third in the Fountain of Youth. So Vekoma will be in the Kentucky Derby back with Javier Castellano aboard again. Next, Plus K Parfait. Plus K Parfait, winner of the UAE Derby. He was being ridden in that race by Jose Ortiz. Jose Ortiz will not be riding him. Jose Ortiz will be above Tacitus, as we said. So instead, Plus K Parfait will be ridden by Ricardo Santana Jr. So he got that win in UAE, in Dubai, and the UAE Derby, and he's out here for the Kentucky Derby. So we're going to look out for him as well. Next, we've got Roadster. Roadster, as I said, won the Santa Anita Derby. Mike Smith aboard. Mike Smith chose to go with Omaha Beach instead. So we will have Roadster will be ridden instead by Florent Geroux. Florent Geroux, chosen by Bob Baffert, going to be out here to ride Roadster. Next, we have Maximum Security. Maximum Security, impressive win in the Florida Derby. He went wire to wire pretty much in that one, controlled the pace, went away for the win. Some people think he stole the race, but I kind of like this horse. I wasn't sure he was able to make it that distance in the Florida Derby, but he was able to make it the distance and able to get an impressive win, so he'll be back as well. He had a good buyer time 101, so I expect that he will be closer down. I don't know if he'll be the favorite, but I think he'll be closer to being the favorite come race time. Next, we've got By My Standards. By My Standards got a win in the Louisiana Derby. Gabriel Saez aboard. He was able to get an upset there over Spinoff, who was being ridden by Johnny Velasquez. So Velasquez got off of him. Gabriel Saez above By My Standards. Coming out for the Kentucky Derby, he earned that spot by winning the Louisiana Derby. Next, we've got Game Winner. Now, Game Winner was the Breeders' Cup Juvenile winner. He hasn't done so well as of late. But he's got Joel Rosario aboard him. He was second in the Santa Anita Derby. Some people blame the deep track. Deep track didn't really seem to stop a Roadster from making a great come from behind, but that's what they say was the reason for the slow times. We'll see what happens when they get to Churchill. All right. Next, we've got Code of Honor. Code of Honor, Fountain of Youth winner, wasn't able to get it done in the Florida Derby. Johnny Velasquez is aboard him again. I question that decision, seeing as how he was riding Cutting Humor, Sunland Derby winner, who set a record in the Sunland Derby. At any rate, Johnny Velasquez decided to go with Code of Honor instead, so Code of Honor is going to be running in the Kentucky Derby here. Let's see what they can get done. Next, we have High Cal. High Cal, Gotham Stakes winner. Ran third in the Wood Memorial. Rahi Mara aboard. He's coming back. He's riding him again in the Kentucky Derby. Next, we have Improbable. Improbable, winner of the Los Alamitos Futurity. Improbable was second in the Arkansas Derby. He made a gutsy effort to go and try to get Omaha Beach. Wasn't able to get the win. His jockey Jose Ortiz is getting off of him because of that, though. And Ortiz is going to be riding Tacitus, who is able to get the win aboard in the Wood. And his brother, Irad Ortiz Jr., is going to be jumping aboard Improbable. So Improbable got another good jockey, or Irad Ortiz Jr. is just as accomplished as his brother. They're both very competitive, so Improbable should be competitive coming into this race as well. Next, we have War of Will. Now, War of Will, ninth in the Louisiana Derby, not too impressive in that one. He was able to get a win in the Risen Star. He's going to be ridden by Tyler Gafalion in the Kentucky Derby. He got enough points to get into this race, so let's see if he can get a better race going than he was able to get in that Louisiana Derby. Next, we have Long Range Toddy. Long Range Toddy, winner in the Rebel Stakes. Wasn't expected to get that win. He was able to get the win. John K. Court, 58-year-old jockey aboard him. He's going to be looking to go out and make history and get his first Derby win at 58 years old. Next, we have Tax. Tax, winner of the Wither Stakes. He was second in the Wood. Junior Alvarado is aboard this horse. Don't really know how much he's going to have. He's going to be able to go the distance in this one. But because I think this is going to be an exciting race, and it's going to be a lot up to who gets the best pace and best positioning in this one. So you want to keep an eye on this one too. I wouldn't be surprised if he snuck in for the win, especially if the pace ends up being too fast. Next, we've got Country House. Country House didn't win any of the prep races, but he did earn enough points in these prep races to get into the Derby. So he was last ridden by Rosario. Rosario rode him third in the Arkansas Derby. Flavian Pratt's jumping aboard this horse, so we'll see what he's got. He's going to bring into the Kentucky Derby. Next one, we've got Cutting Humor. I think Cutting Humor is the biggest question mark in this one. Johnny Velasquez rode him to a record time in the Sunland Derby. He got off of the horse. I don't really understand why you get off of a horse that had such a great performance. Forget it if it's a Sunland Derby. If he ran that time of 146.9 at mile and eighth in Moscow, I think he should still ride this horse. So Johnny Velasquez didn't like this horse coming into the Kentucky Derby, so he got off him to ride Code of Honor, who was not impressive, third in the Florida Derby. But that's Johnny Velasquez's decision. Now this horse is trained by Todd Pletcher. That's a great combination of Pletcher Velasquez, but Pletcher's going to have to come up with somebody else. So we'll see what he does. Maybe he'll dust off Gary Stevens. Who knows what Todd Pletcher's going to do on this one, who he's going to get to ride him, but you definitely want to keep your eye on Cutting Humor. Definitely want to keep your eye on that one. Next, we've got Win, Win, Win. Now, I like Win, Win, Win to win in the Bluegrass Stakes, but he did win. He came in second. All right. So Julian Pimentel is riding him. Irad Ortiz Jr., I think he kind of fell asleep in that race. Didn't get the win in the Bluegrass. Horse ran third in the Tampa Bay Derby after a record-winning performance in the Pesco at 7 furlongs. So he's back again. Don't know if he'll be able to do too well at this mile and a quarter, but we'll see what he's got. He's earned enough points to be in there, so we'll see what he can do. Next, we have Gray Magician. Gray Magician was second in the UAE Derby. Didn't get any wins in many of the major prep races. Was ridden by Rosario in Dubai, so he's going to be replaced by Drayden Van Dyke. So he's got an entry spot. We'll see what he can produce. Next one, we got Spinoff. Spinoff did not win any of the major prep races. He did earn enough points. Johnny Velasquez rode him to a second place finish in the Louisiana Derby, so he's going to be replaced by Manuel Franco coming into the Kentucky Derby. Now, next one is Master Fencer. Master Fencer gets in off of a fluke, off of the Japanese road to the Kentucky Derby. He didn't win any of those races. He was second in the Fukuryu Stakes, the Fukuryu Stakes, we'll say. Julian Leperot is going to be jumping aboard him. So they moved him to Keeneland. He's been working out in Kentucky, so he's going to be in the Derby as well. Now, there's a couple of other ones you might want to watch out for in case there's a scratch. Bodie Express, he's got 40 points. He would move in case somebody is scratched. We've got Signalman, and we've also got another Twist of Fate, El Camino Real winner. So, thanks for watching. I'm going to have more videos coming up here as we get closer to the Derby, as the racing form comes out and we get the post positions decided, and we're going to do some spotlights on individual horses here. This is going to be a very good Derby in my opinion. As I said, I expect to see a very competitive race, and I don't think any one horse has got enough to run away with it, even Omaha Beach.